You're listening to Gringo Chronicles, real stories, bold moves, and life in Merida like you've never heard it before.
Welcome. As you saw in the title, this video is talking about, is Merida actually safe? I've lived here for almost 4 years. I can say that I have never felt so safe before in my life. It's so different. It makes you feel warm inside knowing that you can walk around and you're not really worried about a lot as long as you're aware of your situation and what's going on around you. And I will say Merida has been recognized as one of the safest cities in Mexico and the Americas. Now, for those of you that are saying the Americas, yes, Canada, the United States of America, and the United States of Mexico. It is the United States of Mexico for those of you that don't know it. Now, what makes it safe? Well, it's the community. Merida's residents are known for being warm, respectful, and community focused. Neighbors often look out for each other and take pride in keeping their streets clean and peaceful. The children and the elderly regularly walk alone to parks, stores, and events, which visually enforces the city's calm atmosphere. Merida has a high number of local patrols and tourist police in areas like Central, which is the historic center of the city. Most of the officers are trained to de-escalate interactions with foreigners and be respectful. Low levels of corruption reported compared to other states in Mexico. You walk around these different neighborhoods, you see a lack of barred windows and fences in residential areas. Locals walking and chatting freely after 10 p.m. in public squares like Paseo de Montejo or Parque de Santa Lucia. It is a family-friendly nightlife. Many of the plazas are filled with families, live music, and food vendors on weekends and even weeknights. I will tell you that in the 4 years that I've been here, there is always something to do. And every time you go, you feel safe. Now, is there violence? Yes. There's no way around that. But Merida is actually safe. Law enforcement here is proactive and community-oriented. Strong neighborhood watch programs. Neighbors are always watching what neighbors are doing. Whether it's good or bad, that's up to you. The cultural cohesion, the culture that emphasizes respect, family values, and community support. Geographical advantage. Merida is in the Yucatan. It is away from the major drug trafficking routes. Like what everybody believes all of Mexico is. Mexico is not like that. The same way all of the U.S. is not Detroit or L.A. or New Orleans, which, let me show you. Merida's homicide rate per 100,000 residents is 1.8. 1.8, okay? The Yucatan is away from everything. The national average in Mexico away from the Yucatan is 23.3 homicides per 100,000. Now let's take a look at the states, because everyone in the states is always saying, not going to Mexico, it's not safe, they're going to kidnap me, they're going to kill me, the cartel wants me. Come on, nobody cares about you. The cartel doesn't know who you are, and they could give a damn about you. But let's look at it. Florida, 7.2, LA, 6.7, Chicago, 24 per 100,000 residents. Detroit, 41.4, New Orleans. I love New Orleans, but it's the murder capital. Beignets are fantastic, but is it worth getting killed over? That's up to you. I still like to go there. But 70.6 homicides per 100,000 residents. Tell me Mexico's not safe. Now, a significant majorities in Merida say they feel safe walking around alone during the day and night. I have run into loads of expats that are living here. Men, women, single women with their children is a huge population here. They come here because they feel safe with their kids. They feel safe being alone with their kids. Well, here, let's look at some numbers. The crime index, the lower the number, the better. Merida, 24.6. Mexico City's high. We're not even going to look at that. Cancun, 56.3. Cancun's a huge tourist attraction. Tijuana, it's right across the border. We're going to leave that number alone. Only 30% of residents report feeling unsafe in Merida. You may think that's a high number, but honestly, it's not. Take a look at the city where you live and see what that number is and compare it. Now, the national average for Mexico is 75% of the people in the rest of Mexico feel unsafe with where they live. That's not a great number. It really isn't. But let's look at that. The population of Merida. Right now, they're reporting about 1.2 million people live here. The honest truth, it's actually closer to 2 million because not everyone here fills out those surveys or fills out the government requested information to show what the population level is. That also happens in the States, so that's not something new in Mexico. That happens everywhere. But this is beautiful. And that's the main monument on what's called the Paseo de Montejo, the main roadway in Merida. That leads you all the way into the center of Merida and all the way out. That main roadway in the other direction, if you continue on it, will actually take you out to Progreso, which has amazing beaches, and up and down the coast there, you can find loads of things to do. But let's get back to, is it safe? I have never felt so safe. I've done a lot of different things, and being a person of color, even though I don't look too colorful right now with all these lights on, I look quite pale, but I'm Hispanic, I'm Puerto Rican. I've walked around in stores back in Florida and in Pennsylvania and always noticed myself being followed. Always noticed something going on. Been pulled over relentlessly, being told they were looking for someone that looked like me. I will tell you, in the last 4 years that I've been, almost 4 years here in Merida, I have not had one interaction like that at all. In the store with a police officer, I can actually walk up to the police here and talk to them and have a conversation and not feel like I'm impeding upon what they're doing. They're actually enjoying the conversation they're having with me. So I would say, is it safe here? Yeah. You can actually look at the State Department, and it has rated Yucatan as level 1. Exercise normal precautions, low risk level. Okay? So tell me it's not safe. No, really, in the comments. Go ahead and tell me it's not safe. Because I'd like to hear that. I'd like to hear that from anyone. Because it truly is. Now, compare this to other hotspots. Like I said, Cancun, a higher crime rate. It has such a higher crime rate that they're having a hard time getting visitors in. And they have a lot of cartel activity. You look at Puerto Vallarta, generally safe, but more petty crimes. You look at Mexico City, it's an amazing culture. It is a beautiful city. The food, the sights, the lavish buildings, the history that's there. But it's not as walkable, and all the neighborhoods are not safe. Where I have been in Centro, I've been walking around Merida at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning with my son, with friends. And I never felt like it was unsafe. I would say you come here, you try it, you take a look, but you remember, you're not at home. You have to be aware of your environment. You must watch what's going on around you, because this isn't in Xanadu. It's not 100% safe. Things still happen, but they happen less than what they do in other cities. You know, walking through the neighborhoods, the neighborhood I currently live in is a privada. It's a gated neighborhood. And we're just outside of Merida, and we sleep with our windows open and our front door unlocked. The cars are unlocked. And not once, and this has taken me a lot of getting used to, believe me, a lot of getting used to. Because for me, it's lock all the windows, lock all the doors, turn all the lights off, make sure that everything's locked down tight, because you don't know who the hell is going to come by and try to take your stuff. I haven't felt that here. I truly have not. So I would say if you're unsure about Merida as a place to go to, I can understand that. I really can. But don't think that it's not something you can't do. Don't think that it's something that is outside of what you may need to do. It is a beautiful city. There is a lot going on here. I feel safe. I'm an old man now, or I call myself old. I'm 59. I'm planning on spending the rest of my life here because the food is fantastic. the people are friendly. Not everyone. I'm not going to lie to you. There are some assholes here, and they speak Spanish because we're in Mexico. And they speak other languages too, but there are assholes here. And I will tell you that driving, I don't feel as safe. It's like Mario Kart. It truly is. I will actually post some videos because it took me a while before I got behind the wheel and felt safe driving. Now I feel safe, but it's like Mario Kart on crack here driving around. But I'm getting way off the subject. Merida's safe. Come on down, take a look. Not all of you because we don't want it to get crazy, but come take a look. Come vacation here. People don't realize how much culture and how much history is here. So if you have any questions, post them down in the comments section. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. Like I said, this is a beautiful city. There's a lot of culture here. I feel safe. I would feel safe having my daughters, my mom, my female relatives be here and be able to be out and not sit here worried that something has happened to them. I can't say you see that or you feel that everywhere else. You really don't. It's just very different here. So I'll leave you with that thought. If you have any questions, any comments, throw them down below. I would ask you to like to subscribe. More videos are on the way. There'll be another one posted this week and trying to get 2 or 3 of them out there every week. We have a lot of folks coming on that live here that will be able to share their experiences, not only with safety, but food and getting residency and finding somewhere to live, and lots coming. So I do want to say thank you. Have yourself a great one. And we'll see you soon.